it gets caught there.
You want to get a drink scoop in? Welcome. Lathan's chuckling because this mower, it wasn't even empty. It still had a quarter tank, but it took almost 30 bucks. 26 bucks it took to fill it up. I don't chuckle as much as he does.
Only laughing because of what's in the future.
Right. 5 gallons, all those. Yep. So we have 2 different cars that we use for the business. One for our regular fuel for the trucks, and then our off-road fuel that we're using right here. And this is the first time we hit our security limit on that off-road fuel card. $4.30 a gallon, guys. The highest I've ever seen here. They maxed my card out. How full we look over there, Lathan? I can't see it. Good enough?
I can't see it.
Good enough. Here, go ahead. Put that back on and grab my receipt, please.
Wow. I don't think we've ever maxed out our off-road fuel.
No.
Alright, so we have Lathan over here mowing. We thought this would be a good area for him to get a little more practice on.
So you guys always ask us which trimmer head we're using here, because obviously you can tell that's not a still trimmer head. This is an Echo Speed Feed 400, and as of right now, I'd say probably the best trimmer head on the market. They do have a bigger version of this as well, the 450. Even them out, lift it up so you don't got to bend over. No point in doing extra work. And then all you do is just hold it right at the top and spin. That's all you got to do. There you have it.
Customer asked us about doing the mulch, so Sean's gonna take a look. It's really just this bed here and then this one here. It's nothing too big, but it's gonna just need cleaned up, re-edged, weeds pulled, probably all these saplings cut out.
So pretty much this goes right to that corner, comes around, we'll cut a new fresh edge in. Yes, ma'am. What's that?
We cut their grass.
All right, so trim those up. He's got a grass over here too we need to cut up. So the edge is pretty good. We'll just clean it up probably by hand. I'm not going to recut one or reshape it because it already has a good shape. And then there's nothing on the side, so I don't even know if I'll buy a... Might just do this one with bags.
Bag mulch, yeah. The only thing I would maybe suggest is, you see how that kind of goes, that little thing? What if we just kind of...
Tucked it back?
Yeah, just cut it right here. Makes it easier to mow too, because I do trim that area.
Right, and that's super dramatic.
Yeah, we can ask them.
Yeah, it don't need to be that sharp. All right, let's get started here on the lawn. I got what I need.
Cool.
All right, back here at these ones. Neighbors got their grass mowed finally. Now it needs baled up for the hay.
Can I mow?
Sure. Have at it. She thinks she's special. Watch. See, guys, the sun's out and it makes the cone softer. So watch. See? Alright guys, so if you see this board here, it's about a 4-inch landscape timber, and they're stacked there. So there's 2 of them, but one's down in the ground. So if you're trying to trim along here, you're not going to get down in there, you see? So just flip your trimmer on its side and go back and forth in there, and you'll chop most of that down. It's not going to be perfect, but it's better than leaving, you know, 6-8 inch grass sticking up all the way around it. Guys, so I just got done filming TQ with the pond coming along here. Lathan's taking care of that. Look at what I found. Wow. And I already went over it. Really? Yeah, because I trimmed my whole edge, came around. That's the first on this one. Yeah. We found other pokey things by the railroad tracks, but not those. Right. Whew. Always got to have your head on a swivel. Found a golf ball today, which golf balls that go through plastic fencing, car windows, hurt people. That's all kinds of bad stuff. Great job, guys.
Thanks. Grass looks great.
All right, guys. So Need to swap out to a new edger blade. The tips of it are getting wore down pretty darn good. So if you've never done this before, if TQ wants to come in here, you'll see this little hole on the back side. And what you got to do is find that little hole right there. See how it misses and then it opens up right there? So then you're just going to take your little piece and lock it in there, okay? You're going to go clockwise on it. Take it off. Boom, bada bing. Get your new edger blade. Then remember, go counterclockwise, okay? Now put your little piece back in there. There you have it, man. Might have to take our guard off. But I figure this is the Edger Blade 6000, the Spencer Lawn Care Edition. This baby should last us at least 2 to 3 months, if not a whole season. You know, it's all about longevity here, you know. Big edger blade, and you do big things. So, you guys let me know what you think. Yeah, buddy, gonna do some work. Just kidding, guys, just kidding. But I was pretty surprised to see that the hole was the exact same size when I laid the edger blade down right next to it. It's like, dang, that would actually fit right in there. So
do not try this at home.
No, definitely not. But hey, it's like they make everything to fit the same hole. You know what I'm saying? New blade. So as you guys can see, same size hole.
$2.69 for that blade.
Best $2.69 you'll ever spend. Lined up. That baby back in there. Remember, counterclockwise here, guys. Put a little torque on it. Now we're good to go for at least another 2 to 3 weeks. That's how you change an edger blade with Spencer Lawn Care.
Good dream again. Tell me about your really good dream again.
So, I actually could just when I'm actually done doing this dream, could you send it to Spencer?
I will send it to Spencer, but you have to tell him about it. And TQ and Tyler. You have to tell them.
Actually, send it to TQ because...
I will. I'll make sure TQ gets this, okay? Go ahead.
So, today, I dreamed about you guys, and I put it on the back of the blower, and it's too heavy.
And it was too heavy.
So, and TQ helped me out.
What'd she help you do in your dream?
So, her tried to help me put on the blower.
And what happened?
And then I took it off because it was too heavy.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then...
Was this a good dream, an okay dream?
And now we went to the next house, and guess what?
What?
I actually got the stand-on mower. On the grandstand.
TQ, Tyler, and Sean let you do that? Wow. That's pretty cool. Anything else you have to tell them?
No.
No?
No.
You want to tell them anything? What's going to happen in 9 days? What's happening on May 10th?
I'm turning 5!
Okay, don't be goofy. Remember, these guys don't know you. You can't be goofy. Okay, you got to be...
No, I have to tell them something, too.
Okay, tell them something else.
So, when I grow up, I'm going to work with you guys.
Okay. That means you have to relocate, though. You live in Florida. They live in Ohio.
I'm going to move to Ohio.
Okay. And what do you want to tell them today when you say goodbye?
So, see you when I'm a grown-up.
Hi, Aiden.
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Sean and TQ here with Spencer Lawn Care. We wanted to wish you a great, big, happy birthday.
5 years old. Wow.
I remember when I was 5 years old.
Do you?
Happy birthday, buddy. Take care.
Happy birthday.
So, make sure you guys don't try that at home. TQ's idea.
It's not.
Totally just kidding. Hey, real quick before we forget about it, happy birthday to one of our subscribers, Aiden. He's a great big 5 years old today.
Happy
down
birthday.
in Florida. And from what I understand, TQ, our future endeavors of hiring employees are going to be taken care of pretty good.
Yeah, I heard he's going to move up to Ohio whenever he's old enough, so we'll
Only-
be waiting.
Only person I ever heard say, I'm moving from Florida to Ohio to work.
Usually it's opposite. I'm moving from Ohio to Florida to retire.
Do you know what they call us in Florida?
What?
They call us snowbirds.
Snowbirds.
Because people in Ohio fly to Florida in the wintertime. That's why they call us snowbirds.
I have to stay here.
I'll be honest with you, though. We know a lot of people that leave Ohio to go to Florida and never come back.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. As always,
Keep mowing.
keep growing.
Keep making money, boys.
We'll talk to you later.
TQ out.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.